Hello, my name is Jeremy Bryant. I am the interim county administrator for Amherst County. The county administrator serves at the pleasure of the board, a 5-member board that is elected every 4 years. The county administrator directly manages 9 departments. They include recreation and parks, tourism, purchasing, public works, public safety, community development, information technology, human resources, finance, and the county administration staff. The county generally has 225 full-time positions and 125 part-time positions. The Board of Supervisors meets twice a month, the first Tuesday at 3 p.m. and the third Tuesday at 7 p.m. Traditionally, the day meeting is reserved for topics that do not require public hearing and have less involvement with the public. And conversely, the night meeting is reserved for public hearings and meetings that engage the public. The Board of Supervisors holds an annual retreat to discuss the goals, objectives, and strategies for the county, as well as setting the long-term vision. The county administrator does not have direct oversight, but works closely with the Amherst County Service Authority, Economic Development Authority, library, and constitutional officers, such as the Treasurer, Commissioner of Revenue, Sheriff, Commonwealth Attorney, and Registrar. Also, the county administrator serves on numerous boards and committees, such as the Blue Ridge Regional Jail Board of Directors, Central Virginia Planning Commission, Lynchburg Regional Business Alliance, the Community Criminal Justice Board, and many other committees. The county administrator in Amherst has the responsibility of executing policies established by the Board of Supervisors mandated by the state, in addition to the following. Serves as the link between the Board of Supervisors and the public and other boards and commissions on a daily basis and relays to them policies and actions of the Board of Supervisors. Advances the board's strategic priorities, working in collaboration with internal and external customers. Presents and monitors the annual report card of success indicators for the strategic plan. Executes the budget for the Board of Supervisors. Keeps the Board of Supervisors fully advised on the county's financial conditions and future financial needs. Receives reports from and giving direction to all heads of offices, departments, and boards of the locality under the control and supervision, and seeing that all ordinances, resolutions, directives, and orders of the governing body and all laws of the Commonwealth required to be enforced through the governing body are faithfully executed. Some interesting facts are Amherst County was founded in 1761. The county seat is here in the town of Amherst, and Amherst County's total square miles is 474 square miles. The 2022 population is 31,307, according to the U.S. Census Bureau, and the persons per square mile is 66. Amherst County boasts an abundance of natural beauty, easy commutes, affordable homes, and proximity to cities, making it easy to live, work in Amherst County. Views of the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains, the George Washington National Forest, the James and Piney Rivers are all part of the attraction of Amherst for both residents and visitors alike.
Amherst County Service Authority is a public water and wastewater utility governed by a board of directors of 5 county citizens appointed by the Amherst County Board of Supervisors, 3 of whom are themselves supervisors. The Service Authority was established in 1936 as Madison Heights Sanitary District to provide water supplied by the city of Lynchburg to homes and businesses at the southern end of Madison Heights. Over the next half century, the sanitary district grew and expanded to include all of Madison Heights, extend water service into neighboring communities, discontinue the city's supply in favor of its own water sources and treatment plant, and add wastewater and solid waste collection and disposal services. In 1987, the sanitary district was restructured as Amherst County Service Authority, a branch of state government under the Water and Waste Authorities Act. Later, solid waste services were turned over to the county. The Service Authority's primary mission is public health and environmental protection, but the agency also contributes significantly to economic growth and development in Amherst County. The Service Authority's current mission statement reads, to provide safe, reliable water and wastewater services to our community and to protect the natural environment by the most economical and efficient means. The Service Authority is headquartered here in the Water Office, 113 Phelps Road, Madison Heights, and serves over half of the county's population, more than 18,000 citizens. A staff of 27, including licensed water and wastewater operators, administrative staff, customer service staff, construction personnel, and utility workers, maintain services to approximately 6,500 water connections and 1,100 wastewater connections for residential, commercial, and industrial customers. The annual budget is approximately $6 million. The Service Authority has legal authority to provide water and wastewater services throughout the county, except for the town of Amherst, but the county established designated growth areas to plan, control, and facilitate growth and development. Public water and wastewater systems are not allowed to extend beyond designated growth area boundaries. The water designated growth area extends from James River to the town of Amherst and from the village of Eland to east of the Route 29 bypass. The distribution system includes approximately 165 miles of water mains, 4 water tanks totaling 3 million gallon storage, and an interconnection with the town of Amherst water system. This is Henry L. Lanham Jr. water filtration plant with 2 million gallons per day permitted production capacity supplied with raw water from 2 sources. The primary source is Dan E. French Reservoir on Graham Creek, a 58-acre, 255 million gallon impoundment created with a 55-foot-high earthen dam. The second source is Harris Creek, a small waterway that flows around the Lanham plant. A tertiary intake will be constructed in 2024-2025 on James River, west of and pumping to the reservoir. Daily average production currently averages about 1.1 million gallons per day. This is the Dan E. French Reservoir on Graham Creek. The wastewater designated growth area extends from James River to the north end of Madison Heights with almost all infrastructure east of Business Route 29. Public infrastructure includes approximately 36 miles of sanitary sewers, 8 pump stations, and 2 small package treatment plants. All collected wastewater is conveyed to the Williams Run sewage pump station, which pumps across James River to the Lynchburg Regional Wastewater Treatment Plant. The Service Authority owns, by contract, 11.36% of the city's plant capacity and can pump as much as 2.5 million gallons per day of wastewater to the city plant. Current average daily conveyance is approximately 300,000 gallons. Service Authority ownership requires cost participation at the same percentage in all city treatment plant capital projects. The 2 package treatment plants serve residential neighborhoods at the north end of Madison Heights. Both are approaching a half-century of service and are slated to be replaced with pump stations within the next 5 years in conjunction with sanitary sewer extensions in those areas, projects expected to be partially funded with grants from the Virginia Department of Environmental Quality. Current water infrastructure expansion being planned includes water main extensions south of Eland, north of the reservoir, east of Business Route 29, and into the closed Central Virginia Training Center to facilitate its redevelopment. Continued replacements of aging and undersized water mains throughout Madison Heights, including along Business Route 29, and a desired interconnection with the City of Lynchburg water system as an emergency backup to the landing plant. Projects currently planned for wastewater improvements include the one cited previously, a long overdue overhaul of the Williams Run sewage pump station, and sanitary sewer extensions along James River west of John Lynch Bridge and throughout unserved areas of Madison Heights. Another major project to be completed in 2023 involves the next phase of James River bank stabilization to protect a major trunk sanitary sewer serving Madison Heights from erosion, for which the Service Authority procured $2 million in federal funding. The Service Authority funds all of its operations with its own revenues from customer water and wastewater bills and developer fees for new services. A very small portion of its annual budget is funded with county tax revenues, almost solely for water and wastewater infrastructure capital projects that promote and serve economic growth and development projects. The Service Authority performs an annual study to compare its commodity water and wastewater rates and development fees to public utilities of similar size and type across the Commonwealth, as well as Bedford Regional Water Authority and Campbell County Utilities and Service Authority, neighbors with which Amherst County competes for economic growth. This annual study does not include the city of Lynchburg because of the inequity of comparing a much smaller county public utility with the size and financial resources of the city. Consistently, these annual studies confirm Service Authority water and wastewater rates to be at the approximate median of those of other public utilities of the same type and size, and Service Authority development fees to be very competitive with the Bedford and Campbell County public water and wastewater utilities.
Welcome to Amherst County Citizens Academy. My name is Nathan Young. I'm the building code official. We work for the Community Development Department with the Building Safety and Inspections Division. We enforce county codes, the Uniform Statewide Building Code, and the Virginia Property Maintenance Code for the health, safety, and welfare of Amherst County citizens and guests.
We perform building inspections, property maintenance inspections, plan reviews, erosion and sediment control inspections, and zoning compliance inspections. We also observe the proper setup and operation of amusement devices, including our Amherst County Fair. Our goals as an office are to become a leader in certification, provide advanced customer service, maintain a presence in the development process, and to effectively enforce the codes. As an office last year, we conducted over 4,000 inspections, collected over $134,000 in permit fees, and observed $45 million worth of construction. This new construction not only makes the community safer, but also increases the tax base for the community. Thank you for taking the time to learn about Amherst County Community Development and Building Safety and Inspections.
The purpose of the Economic Development Authority of Amherst County, the EDA, is to grow the Amherst County economy and increase the quality of life in our community. First, we work to retain and grow the excellent commercial and industrial businesses that have already chosen Amherst County. Additionally, we attract new businesses and, importantly, well-paying quality jobs. Businesses help provide a stable and diverse tax base that is necessary to fund the high-quality services our community needs, such as schools, county government, and emergency services, ambulances, fire trucks, law enforcement. The EDA focuses on industries that provide a higher than average taxable investment and wages. These industries bring in new dollars from outside the local area and export most of its products. Examples include manufacturing, such as Glad Clorox, Greif, and distribution, such as HT Hackney. It could also include colleges and hotels. These types of businesses help create additional jobs in the economy in places like hair salons, grocery stores, and gas stations. It's important that Amherst County is a place where businesses, big or small, can start, grow, and succeed. So the EDA works with the county to have business-friendly policies that are favorable to economic growth. Most companies in Amherst County are small, less than 10 employees, so we also provide information and resources to startup companies and entrepreneurs. EDA staff visits businesses to assist with issues they may be having, such as workforce and expansions. We thank them for choosing Amherst County and providing jobs for our community. Every business, small or large, needs a home. The county recognized the importance of product development and invested in the Amelone Commerce Center in Madison Heights to attract companies and industries. There are currently 5 businesses there, with other companies in the process of expanding on lots in the center. The EDA also works with the Lynchburg Regional Business Alliance and the Virginia Economic Development Partnership to attract new businesses to Amherst County. The EDA is a separate authority that was created by the Board of Supervisors in 2004 and is governed by 7 board members appointed by the supervisors for 4-year terms. EDA board members are Amherst business people who give of their time to help their community prosper. The EDA has 2 full-time staff members, and our office is in the historic train depot off US 60 in the town of Amherst. Please visit the EDA website for more information at amherstvabusiness.com.
Hi, and welcome to this session of the Citizens Academy. I'm Stacy McBride, the Finance Director of Amherst County. Finance is a department that isn't seen by many citizens. We, however, play an integral part in the Amherst County government. We are the ones that make sure all of the employees are paid and all of the county's bills are paid. We also are the department that creates the budget every year for the Board of Supervisors to review and adopt. We work to make sure all the projects and services are properly funded. Then we spend the next year working to make sure everyone stays within that budget. But just like at home, though unexpected things happen, and we try to make sure we can take care of them within the budget. Imagine the challenges you face at home in your budget throughout the year, but on a $50 million scale. A question I bet a lot of you ask is, where did the county get the money for that? Did you know that the finance department works with all of the departments to find free or almost free funding for special projects and county needs through grants? We just have to fill out those applications, and if we get the funding, make sure that everyone follows the rules. Some recent grant-funded projects are ambulance purchases, trail extensions, additional SROs for the schools, tourism improvement funding, and small business grants during the pandemic. These are just a few of the programs the county participates in that finance is responsible for watching over and making sure all of our T's are crossed and I's are dotted. While you may not see us or even know who we are, know that we are here working to take care of Amherst County citizens every day.
Greetings, I'm Linda Martin Warner, Human Resource Director for Amherst County, and I'd like to share some things about county employment with you today. The Amherst County Human Resources Department is a small two-person HR office, myself and HR Generalist Carrie Sprouse. Our goal is to make Amherst County the employer of choice for our region. In addition to providing great customer service, we also use state-of-the-art software to provide employees with easy access to their employment-related information. Our department assists the other county departments in recruiting and onboarding new employees. Additionally, we provide benefits administration and help link county employees with the resources they need to do their jobs. The county currently has approximately 240 full-time positions and approximately 125 seasonal and part-time positions. The school system is a separate employer and has their own HR staff. Amherst County employee benefits include employer-subsidized health insurance, employer-paid life insurance, employer-paid short and long-term disability insurance, participation in the state retirement system and a deferred compensation plan, tuition reimbursement, and generous leave benefits and holiday time off. Employment with Amherst County also helps qualify employees with student loans for the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. And after relocating here from Richmond, I always say the best county benefit is free parking. The average age of our employees currently hovers in the low 40s, with the age steadily decreasing as our baby boomers retire and newer employees replacing them. Many of our employees choose to remain with the county for their entire career. I like to think that's because we treat our employees really well. One of the most rewarding things that HR does is to help honor employees retiring from county service, and we really do try to celebrate their service. Funding employee training and paying our employees comparable to other public employers in the region is a priority for our Board of Supervisors, and we provide our employees with the tools that they need to do their jobs. We treat our employees with kindness, and we have a strong promote from within policy that gives responsible, conscientious employees the opportunity to advance. If you are interested in assisting Amherst County residents and visitors, please consider employment with the county. You may view our open positions by using the recruitment portal located on the Human Resources webpage on the county website, which can be found at www.countyofamherst.com. Please consider joining our team. We'd love to have you. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jackie Vire, and I'm the Director of Information Technology for the County of Amherst. I've been in this capacity for well over 30 years. With that, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my staff. It's myself, and I have 3 staff members. I have 2 network administrators, and one information security manager. Some of the systems that we support, we do email communications, office, remote, and mobile. We maintain all internet network infrastructure countywide. We maintain servers, switches, and routers throughout the county government offices. We provide network security through the use of mail filters, antivirus, web filters, and many others, but those are just some of our main ones we work with. We're responsible for countywide phone system, and that is including our Department of Social Services and the administration for the school system as well, and the courts. We configure, order, and maintain workstations, laptops, printers, and peripherals. We do the audio, video, and security cameras for the county, and we have a help desk that we now use for people to submit tickets when they have questions or need our assistance on things. We have 12 remote sites. We have Service Authority, Public Safety, Public Works, Parks and Rec, Treasurer and Commissioner, Maintenance, all of the rescue squads, and our courthouse. The departments that we serve, and I think I've got them, most of them here: County Administration, Human Resources, Community Development, which includes Building, Planning, and Zoning, Finance, Purchasing, County Attorney, Treasurer, Commissioner Revenue, all boards, committees, and commissions associated with these departments, the court systems, Health Department, Parks and Rec, Public Works, which is landfill, maintenance, and grounds, Public Safety, the Registrar, the Department of Social Services, Service Authority, Chamber of Commerce, Economic Development, and CSA. Just some interesting statistics for us in kind of an average week or month, or just a little bit of history as to what we take care of. We receive between 125 to 175 help requests per week. We have roughly 120 computers, 180 separate email accounts, in 39 groups within those email accounts. We have, I think I mentioned, 12 remote sites, 6 wireless remote sites, 18 servers, and over 300 telephones that we manage. Just to tell you a little bit about some of our current and recent technology projects, we are currently upgrading the 33-year-old county software system to a cloud-based solution. This is a 2-year project that will take quite a bit of time. It is replacing the software that we've had for 33 years for finance, human resources, payroll, treasurer, and commissioner revenue. We implemented the help desk ticketing system, developed an inventory system. We have moved from an in-house based email system to a cloud-based email system. We are moving multiple applications to the cloud as well. We upgraded countywide telephone systems, set up Wi-Fi access in public administration building. We are working on a 911 center network infrastructure upgrade, and we have wireless upgrades for public safety and public works. We are behind the scenes, but always here to help and keep our organization up to date with technology, moving forward, which is ever changing in a technology world. So I hope that helps. And if you have any questions for us, please feel free to reach out to us via email.
The Amherst County Public Library is a well-used and important part of our community, and it probably has a lot to offer that you never realized. The mission of the library is to get people reading. So whether it's for school or work or just for pleasure, we can help. There's a library branch in the town of Amherst, and there's also a library branch in Madison Heights. There are a lot of different types of spaces in the library that people can use. We have places that you can sit quietly and study, or places that you can gather to collaborate. The library is a good place to get work done. We have public computers, copy machines, printers, and places that you can sit quietly to work. Both libraries have large meeting rooms that businesses and nonprofit organizations can rent to hold their meetings in. There are also several places throughout the library where people can make themselves comfortable, rest, and relax. On the library's walls, you'll see local art being exhibited. If you're an artist, we would love to exhibit your work too. The two libraries house roughly 100,000 items, ranging from books, movies, books on CD, and magazines. If you can't find what you're looking for, or you're excited about an upcoming title, ask the library to purchase it. You can do so online or in person at the library. Did you know you can download library materials straight to your phone or computer? We have over 1 million titles to choose from, and they can be downloaded from the comfort of your own home. When you walk into the library, you're going to see a lot of books and furniture and equipment. And a fun fact is that none of those things are bought using your local tax dollars. We actually work hard to get state aid and grants to pay most of the library's operating costs. Don't have internet at home? No problem. Try borrowing internet from the library. If you need to be tested for COVID-19, the library can help you out. Just give us a call and schedule a contact-free pickup for a free COVID test. Using the library rather than buying items yourself saves money, and those savings add up quickly. In 2022, the library saved cardholders over $1 million. Storytime is a great way to instill a love of reading in young children. So gather up your kiddos and join us. Is your phone, tablet, or computer giving you trouble? Give us a call. We may be able to help you get it figured out. The citizens of Amherst County love and use their library. Despite the county only having a population of about 31,000 people, about 91,000 items were checked out in 2022. The library has a book club. We have a great group of people who have lively and engaging discussions, so please join us. Do you have an insatiable love of learning? The library can help you with that. We have many online classes that can teach you a variety of things. You can pick up a hobby like photography, or you can study a subject like science. You can even learn a new language. On the library's website, your child can receive one-on-one live tutoring. You can also get assistance with homework using our various databases and tools. The library offers online tools that allow you to do genealogy and family history. When you're using the library's Wi-Fi or computers, you can access even more of these tools. Are you interested in getting a new job or a promotion? The library can help with that. We have online tools that can help you freshen up your resume, teach you interview skills, and even get advice from a live job coach. The library has several databases that are full of legal and scholarly documents that can help you with homework, research, and your legal needs. On the library's website, we have some tools that help you find a good book to read. This tool is called Novelist, and it allows you to not only look up books by the genre, but you can look by different aspects of the book. You could say, I want a book with characters that are brooding, or spunky, or complex. Or you could say, I want a book that with a tone that's funny, or suspenseful, or romantic. So basically, no matter what it is that you like, you can find a good book to read. The library provides a lot of bang for your buck. In addition to all of these services and all of these savings and all of the community enrichment, it provides jobs for over a dozen people. And it does all of this for roughly a penny of each dollar that you pay in county taxes. The library is an invaluable part of Amherst County, making meaningful and lasting contributions to the community every day. We truly have something to offer everyone, no matter your age or your interests. So please visit us soon. And until then, happy reading.
Well, welcome to the Amherst County Museum and Historical Society. My name is Octavia Starbuck, and I've been the director of the museum here for 9 years. The museum is a collection of artifacts and archives that tell the history of Amherst County and some of Nelson when Nelson was at one time part of Amherst. We collect and try to discover new information. We work in genealogy, helping people find their ancestors from Amherst County. We're seated at the moment in the Research Library, which is one of the well-known small libraries in the state of Virginia. We get lots of wonderful compliments on our books and our resources. We have free Ancestry for individuals to come and use Ancestry. But Ancestry does hold a lot of documents that are very, very helpful. We have tax records here, we have deed information, and then we can assist people taking them to the courthouse and showing them how to look up their deed once they found the number here at the museum. We were established in 1976 by a group of local people whose goal was to have a place to collect artifacts, to tell our story, and also genealogical records. We first were set up over at the old courthouse, on the courthouse grounds at the jail. We moved into this house in 1992 and opened the doors back up after moving from the courthouse. This house is called the Kierfont and Wood House, but everybody just calls it the Museum on the Hill. So we have many, many stories to tell, and we'll be glad to help you and serve you in any way we can. Just let us know. And if you have suggestions for topics for our museum exhibits, we'd love to have that information and maybe even have you help do an exhibit with us.
Hello, my name is Tyler Creasy, and welcome to the Planning and Zoning segment of Amherst County's Virtual Citizens Academy. Zoning arises from the state's police power to protect the public's health, safety, and welfare. The first zoning ordinance for Amherst County was originally adopted on February 2nd, 1982. However, as zoning ordinances are a living document that are subject to modifications in our ever-changing world. Therefore, our original zoning ordinance adopted in 1982 is not the same as it is today. However, it has served as a basis for the numerous modifications that have been made to the county zoning code. The Planning Commission consists of 7 members, all of whom are appointed by the Board of Supervisors. 5 members are drawn from the 5 election districts. 1 member serves in an at-large position and is drawn from any district. And the last member is a member of the Board of Supervisors. All appointees of the Planning Commission are voting members except for the Board of Supervisor liaison. The duties and functions of the Amherst Planning Commission are to promote the orderly development of the county and its environment. The Commission serves primarily in an advisory capacity to the Board of Supervisors, in which it is their goal to provide specific, measurable, reasonable, timely information, advice recommendations, and reports on matters within the community. The Commission meets the 3rd Thursday of each month at 7 p.m. Now let's talk about zoning permits. Zoning permits are issued for any new structure, structural alteration, and any new or change of use for a parcel of land. The zoning permit will indicate if the use and/or structure is permitted, a special exception, or a variance. A permitted use can be approved administratively by staff, whereas a special exception use will need to be brought before the Planning Commission for a recommendation and the Board of Supervisors for approval. More on special exception uses in a little bit. A variance is granted by either the zoning administrator or through the Board of Zoning Appeals and is a modification concerning the physical requirements on a lot or parcel, including but not limited to the size, height, location, or features related to any building, structure, or improvements. Now, you may be asking yourself, how do I apply for a zoning permit? Great question. You can apply for a zoning permit in 2 ways. Either at the website on our online portal or by coming into the office. Staff suggestion is always to come into the office just in case you have any questions about the project ahead of you. The Geographic Information System, or commonly referred to as GIS, is an online parcel viewer that is free to everyone. A link to our online GIS system can be found on the county's webpage. Our database is contracted out to a third-party vendor, Timmons Group. The county's GIS system can be an excellent source of information for you. Some of the information shown on the GIS includes zoning districts of each parcel, current and prior ownership of a certain tract of land, areas prone to flooding, locations of water and sewer lines, and also the locations of streams, rivers, and even school zones. One important aspect of the GIS system that is important to note is that the property lines and size of a parcel are not always exact. During our discussion of what a zoning permit is, you learned that a special exception is a type of use. Depending on the proposed use and what zoning district you are in, it can either be not permitted, permitted, or a special exception. A special exception use can only be approved by the Board of Supervisors. Prior to that public hearing with the board, the applicant shall be part of a planning commission public hearing in which that public body will provide a recommendation to the board on the special exception use. In addition to this, the board may place conditions upon that use in which the applicant must follow in order for that zoning permit to be issued. Just like a special exception, rezoning and or conditional zoning must go through the public hearing process with both the Planning Commission and the Board of Supervisors. Just as the name implies, rezoning is a process to change the zoning district of a parcel. This would then provide different uses that would be permitted either by right or through a special exception that would not have otherwise been available with the original zoning district. So what is the difference between rezoning and conditional zoning? A conditional zoning is a rezoning but with a proffer. A proffer is an offer or proposal that the property owner or his agents commits himself as an additional requirement or restriction on his property. The owner/applicant would proffer those additional requirements and or restrictions during the rezoning public hearing process, and they would then become part of their application and, if approved, recorded in the courthouse to run with the land in perpetuity. Now let's dive into subdivision plats. Contrary to popular belief, subdivision approval consists of several different plans and not just the creation of new lots. On an annual basis, typical plats that the planning office reviews are reconfigurations, which move existing lot lines but do not create new lots. Subdivisions are plats that create new lots, which must conform to the county's minimum lot size and road frontage requirements. Plats that create 10 lots or less can be approved by staff, whereas anything over 10 new lots has to be approved by the Amherst County Planning Commission. Family division plats allow individuals to subdivide off a new lot which must meet the minimum lot size, but is allowed to have a reduction in lot frontage requirements, so long as a 20-foot right-of-way is established to the property. The family division must also be granted to a qualified family member and stay in that person's name for at least 5 years. The last platting review performed by county staff is a mix of several plats that do not have to be signed by staff, but do have to be approved through a plat type form. These plats include, but are not limited to, resurveys, boundary line agreements, and easement plats. The Planning and Zoning Office looks, reviews, and or approves roughly 600 zoning and or subdivision plats on an annual basis. That concludes the Planning and Zoning segment of Amherst County's Virtual Citizen Academy. We appreciate you taking the time to listen and learn a little more about what our department does and what services we can provide to you as citizens of Amherst.
Hi, I'm Brad Bean, Director of Public Safety for Amherst County, Virginia. Over the next few minutes, we're going to talk through what Amherst County Public Safety represents and what we provide to the citizens and visitors in Amherst County. One of the largest responsibilities that we have is providing EMS, emergency medical services care, to the citizens of Amherst County. Currently, we staff 3 stations with advanced life support in each of the stations, one located here in the town of Amherst, one in Peddler, and one in the Manelison area of Amherst County. We provide that service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We are augmented and supported by the volunteers on EMS in the county. There are 2 volunteer rescue squads that we work with. That is Manelison Volunteer Rescue Squad and the Amherst Life Saving Crew. Our folks are also cross-trained, which means they're certified to do firefighting. Typically, they would have their equipment and their gear on an ambulance, and they would assist the volunteer fire departments here in the county when the need arises. That could be for a structure fire, a large brush fire, but typically our folks are coming off the ambulance with their firefighting equipment. That's what we refer to as cross-train. Those are the things that you see most often in the community that the men and women are providing. But there's a lot more to public safety. Probably what you didn't realize is public safety is responsible for the 911 center. There are 13 men and women who work dedicated hours, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide dispatch coverage for Amherst County. Anytime you call 911, you would speak to one of our telecommunicators or what's commonly referred to as a 911 dispatcher. Those men and women last year answered over 80,000 phone calls, processed over 30,000 calls in what we call our CAD system, our computer aided dispatching, and dispatched over 6,000 calls for fire and EMS in Amherst County. 5,000 of those were EMS calls and 1,000 were fire calls. Again, volunteers and career staff working in the field to answer those calls that come from dispatch. Also, the responsibility of public safety is to take care of emergency management. Emergency management is what you think of when you're thinking of preparing for a tornado or responding to a tornado or a flood or something of a natural type disaster. Emergency management played a large role in the response to COVID-19 over the past 3 years. As you see behind me is our mobile command unit, which is part of our emergency management response. When you think of public safety in Amherst County, you probably are wondering, how many people are employed by us? Well, that's a great question. Currently, there are 28 assigned to field operations. That's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There are 7 people working at all times to protect the citizens in Amherst County, and they work over 4 shifts. So therefore, 28 personnel. There's also administrative personnel who cover things like the fire marshal's office for fire investigations, fire inspections, emergency management, as we discussed before, and other things. So including our dispatch and including our field operations and the administrative offices, there's nearly 50 full-time employees within public safety. There's also an additional 20 part-time employees. And I couldn't forget our great volunteers in this county that combine nearly 100 volunteers that dedicate their time on fire and EMS.
So my name is Brian Thacker. I'm the Director of Public Works for Amherst County, and welcome today to our Citizens Academy. Some of the services we provide are solid waste management for Amherst County. That includes a landfill, 6 convenience centers, a transfer station, and other sites. We also do grounds upkeep. Think of snow and ice removal around the county and lawn care. We also perform recycling. Our recycling products include cardboard, metal, plastics, tires, paper, used motor oil, batteries, that includes car batteries, alkaline batteries, etc. We also perform building maintenance for the approximate 24 buildings in the county. Also, we perform parks and trails operations. So we have 2 walking trails that used to be railway beds. We upkeep, as well as 6 parks. We have 3 dams in the county that we have oversight over. We also now perform civil code enforcement. Some frequently asked questions on Public Works is, will the county take my trash for free? If you're a citizen, the answer is yes. There are 6 convenience sites and the landfill or transfer station for citizens to utilize at no charge for up to 2,000 pounds per month. If you'd prefer curbside service, there are 3 independent haulers that service Amherst County residents to provide this convenience. Another question that comes up is, can I recycle items such as old tires, used motor oil, or batteries? Again, the answer is yes. All of these items and more are accepted at the landfill. Are the parks and trails open year-round is another question we often get, and the answer to that is also yes. However, some amenities, such as the restrooms, are closed during the winter months, but the parks and trails do remain open all year round. A common misconception about the landfill is that it's just a big hole in the ground where the trash goes, and that is absolutely false. The landfill is its own intricate ecosystem requiring constant monitoring from Amherst County personnel, Public Works, environmental engineers, and the Virginia Department of Environmental Quality. Items that were monitored include gases like methane, stormwater, leachate, which is the ugly stuff that seeps out of the landfill, and the numbers and types of materials recycled, the total waste landfill, and any kind of groundwater. Certain personnel has to be licensed to work at the landfill. That includes waste management facility operators and commercial drivers. Amherst is also required to monitor the landfill while it is in operation and for at least 30 years after it closes. In fact, in Amherst County, there are 2 closed sites, and then there's the active landfill currently in use in Amherst. Some interesting tidbits. Amherst citizens recycled approximately 1.2 million pounds of materials in 2021. Good job. That includes newspapers, mixed papers, cardboard, metal, and plastics. Last year, Amherst landfilled over 37,500 tons of waste. That's about 12% over the previous year, and that equals about 122 tons each day the landfill was open. Another fact that we utilize here is inmates and trustees from the Blue Ridge Regional Jail. They help us with operations from time to time. That includes cleaning up waste at the landfill. Last year, they got to plant daffodils along the Route 210 and Route 130 corridor, and that helps save taxpayer funds. Ultimately, it's our job to say thank you for helping us help you.
Hello, my name is Randy Nixon. I'm the Recreation, Tourism, and Cultural Development Director for Amherst County. Our staff includes Brenda Toney, who is our office manager, Regina Rice, who is our special events coordinator, and Elizabeth Parr, who is our recreation specialist. The department's goal is to offer the citizens of Amherst County, from small children to senior adults, an array of services, classes, programs, and special events. The department encourages citizens to stay involved and active in their community in a wide variety of ways. Some of the programs and activities that we do provide are sports, which includes our soccer and basketball teams, which offer children from the ages of 4 through 18 the opportunity to play team sports. This enables them to learn new skills, compete in friendly competitions, while promoting good leadership, sportsmanship, and team play. It provides the children who participate the benefit of exercise and outdoor fun. For our senior adults, we have 2 senior centers, one at the Monroe Community Center and the other at Second Stage in Amherst. These centers meet twice a week, and they are becoming much more active and social, with a regular day consisting of games, lunch, exercise, special speakers, or trips to different places in the area. The centers also celebrate holidays and birthdays once a month. The department also helps sponsor, with the Amherst County Sheriff's Department, our senior luncheons 7 months of the year. These are held at the Madison Heights Community Center and consist of lunch as well as entertainment and special announcements. Bingo is held every Friday at the Coolwell Community Center. We offer pickleball, which is at Sweetbriar, 1 night a week. We also have our Aging Well exercise program, which meets at the First Baptist Church in Monroe. And this class consists of chair exercises, stretching, and light aerobic exercise. Some of our other classes include the Amherst Art Society, which meets here at the Monroe Community Center on Tuesdays from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. We have line dancing, round dancing, and square dancing, which are held at the Coolwell Community Center. Line dancing is held on Mondays, round dancing is on Tuesdays, and square dancing is on Thursdays. Some of our department special events are our Halloween Spooktacular, our Easter Egg Extravaganza, and our Amherst Art Society holds 2 events here at the Monroe Community Center, the Christmas Arts and More and the Spring Fling Arts and More. Some of our locations that we utilize are our Coolwell Community Center, which is used for classes, community activities, and rentals. The Monroe Community Center houses our department, and it also is used for classes, community gatherings, and meetings. The department offers theme park tickets for sale. We have tickets for Kings Dominion and Busch Gardens. We provide night fishing permits where you can fish our lakes for a small fee. This is for county and non-county residents. Our parks and trails consist of Monacan Park, Seminole, Mill Creek, River Edge, Thrashers, Stonehouse, Coolwell, the James River Heritage Trail, and the Virginia Blue Ridge Railway Trail. Some of our other duties include tourism. The county, with the assistance of the Chamber of Commerce, places ads in numerous local and regional magazines. We have received a Virginia Tourism Corporation grant and plan to place radio and TV ads about the wonderful features the county has to offer. Our future plans include working towards doing a master plan and getting citizens' input into the services, programs, and facilities that are provided by the Recreation Department. The future of Amherst County recreation, tourism, and cultural development is looking brighter, and the plan is to create and provide quality programs, activities, and parks for years to come.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Dallas Hill with the Amherst County Sheriff's Office. Currently, I'm the Administrative Lieutenant with the Amherst County Sheriff's Office, which covers school resource officers, court security, animal control, shelter, civil process, which hold many different responsibilities with this Sheriff's Office.
The Amherst County Sheriff's Office is a full-service law enforcement agency. The Sheriff's Office provides first responders to calls for service related to law enforcement and public safety. The agency is separated into 3 divisions: field operations, investigations, and administration. Our team of approximately 61 employees is dedicated to providing the best law enforcement possible for the citizens and visitors of Amherst County. The Sheriff's Office has a command staff that oversees daily operations. This includes the Sheriff, Chief Deputy, Captains of Administration, Captains of Investigation, Captains of Field Operation. Their job is to ensure that this office consistently operates in a manner that upholds deputies to the highest standard of professionalism with honor, integrity, and courage. The members of the Investigative Division are charged with the challenge of investigating crimes against persons and those involving property. Criminal investigators assigned to the unit have a high degree of specialized training that allows them to dig deep into complex criminal activity, such as homicides, suicides, robberies, sexual offenses, burglary, and larceny. Many members of the Investigative Division are graduates from the Virginia Department of Forensic Science Academy, where they have received intensive training in areas of photography, arson evidence, toxology, forensic biology, latent print evidence, trace evidence, tool marks, firearms and bullet trajectory evidence, crime scene sketching, drug recognition, impression evidence, and criminal investigative analysis. In addition, the Amherst County Sheriff's Office Investigative Unit is an operational member of SOVA, Internet Crimes Against Children's Task Force, working diligently to prevent the exploitation of minors. The Field Operations Division is consistent of 1 lieutenant, 1 sergeant, 2 to 4 deputies per shift. There are a total of 4 shifts, A, B, C, D, that allows 24 hours, 7 days a week coverage for the county. These units are the first responders that handle all initial calls, both emergency and non-emergency. Much of this work entails reactive police work such as accident investigations, crimes in progress, criminal and civil paper service, property, and welfare checks. All deputies are trained in areas such as duty to intervene, firearms, use of force, de-escalation, bloodborne pathogens, CPR, AED, Narcan, and legal updates. All road deputies have completed an extensive 6-month academy and a field training program before being released from field training. The K-9 unit is an extension of field operations and is derived of 4 K-9 handlers and K-9s. Each handler is assigned to every shift on the road to provide 24-hour coverage. The K-9s are a dual purpose, which are used for tracking, narcotics detection, and suspect apprehension. The Administrative Division is consisted of 1 administrative lieutenant, 1 court service sergeant, and 1 school resource sergeant, and 15 deputies. The division oversees accreditation, animal control, animal shelter, civil process, code enforcement, court services, and school resource program. School resource officers are the liaison between law enforcement and the schools within Amherst County. They are essential roles in communication, mentorship, and guidance to our youth. With this type of leadership, they are able to confront issues at an early stage of our children's lives and help to direct them on straight path to success. School resource officers teach DARE to our elementary school students and teach Virginia rules to our middle school and high school students. These are prevention education programs that teach both our youth about Virginia laws and help them develop the skills that are needed prior to entering the work environment. Other outreach programs provided are Camp Leo, Explorers, YOFASO, Youth of Virginia Speak Out About Traffic Safety. School resource officers receive specialized training in these areas, such as school resource, school administration, DARE, threat assessment, basic and advanced digital threat assessment, Narcan, active shooter training, alert, erase, and bomb recognition and prevention. All deputies actively pursue continuing education to constantly stay up to date with the changing time. As an integral part of this community, the Amherst County Sheriff's Office will strive to provide the citizens of Amherst County with competent, unparalleled, and innovative services, protecting and providing services to each citizen without regard to race, gender, orientation, or beliefs. Every member of this office will work in concert to this end in a professional, compassionate, and unbiased manner.